Backcasting. 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 320 of the Shower Podcast, the podcast where I'm in my shower and you do you. I'm your host, Chip, and this is the second and usual couple of the weekend drop, the shorter and a bit easier version of the Shower Podcast, where we unpack one idea you can actually use before Monday. Remember that if you end up liking this episode, liking and subscribing really mean a lot for me. Just one click, but they really make the difference. Thank you very much for considering it. Before we start, the second time, I have to remind you that unfortunately, you'll have to forgive me for the background noise and the slightly different quality. I am very, very far from my actual shower and we try to do what we can. So yeah, here we are. Yesterday, we stress tested plans with a premortem. Today, we build them from the other side. The tool is called backcasting. Instead of starting where you are and guessing forward, you jump to the finish line and you just take a step back. And one again, and again, until the very next step is so small and so specific that you can begin it with it today. Forward planning loves neat timelines that rarely survive contact with the week. Backcasting, on the other hand, really loves reality. It forces you to define the done state and then reveal the shortest visible path back to now. Let me make this a bit more concrete. Imagine you want a simple slide deck ready for Tuesday morning. Forward planning says work on slides Monday afternoon, and it hopes that energy just appears. Backcasting, on the other hand, says done looks like 10 clean slides exported to PDF in the folder my team expects. If that's Tuesday at 9, what happens right before? Slides proofed and exported. Before that, a rough draft with 3 key points agreed. You see where I'm going? So this was just a 10-minute action you can start while the kettle boils. The finish line stopped being fog. It became a chain of visible stones. Backcasting also protects you from the trap of vague goals. Get fit, grow the side project, be more organized. None of these tell your brain what success really looks like. When the destination is a slogan, every step feels wrong. But if the destination is specific, 3 workouts logged by Sunday, a landing page live with 1 call to action, an inbox with only today's messages, your path gets narrow, and narrow paths are easier to walk. You don't need a perfect map. You need the next flag on the trail. This way of thinking changes the feel of effort. Instead of mustering willpower to start a giant task, you let the finish line pull you. The question isn't, do I have the motivation? The question becomes, what must be true one step before done? And the phrasing really matters. It removes drama and invites logics. You stop trying to be heroic and start being specific. And because you build the chain backwards, you avoid the little cliffs that usually stall you. The missing file, the unanswered question, the choice you don't want to make at 10 p.m. All those decisions got made when your head was clear and the finish line was in view. So, here's your weekend drop challenge. Think of one thing you want finished this week, and just one. Picture the done version as if you were showing it to someone. What exists, where it lives, how, and where you'll complete it. Now, walk back from that moment until you hit the first tiny step you can do in 10 minutes today. Maybe it's writing the headline, naming the folder. Again, whatever works for you. Do that step now, before the day fills. Then, leave yourself a breadcrumb for the next step. A note on the desk, a file open on the screen, calendar block. Again, you see the trend. The important bit is that tomorrow's you doesn't have to figure out where to begin. Backcasting won't make the week perfect, but it will make the next step obvious. And obvious beats optimistic every single time. That was all for today. Thank you very much for listening. Bit of a shorter weekend drop, but yeah, it's a bit more complicated to do these episodes, so I hope you still get to enjoy them. If you managed to make it so far, thank you very much for listening. As always, feel free to interact with this content in any way, shape, or form by liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, whatever works for you. And as usual, stay consistent, stay resilient. This was the Shower Podcast, and I'll see you tomorrow.